Welcome back to the Cash Kicks channel for expert sports analysis, the best team picks, total picks, and in-depth breakdowns based on previous performances. Stay ahead of the game with our winning insights. And for even more exclusive parlay picks, check out Channel in membership. New Orleans Pelicans versus Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte steps into this matchup at 22-28, 11th in the Eastern Conference, riding momentum and protecting home floor. New Orleans arrives at 13-38, 14th in the Western Conference, fighting through a difficult season and searching for traction on the road. The numbers lean toward the home side, a projected edge hovering near 2/3 in Charlotte's favor, and the Hornets have already taken the first meeting, 116-112. For Charlotte, this is about sustaining a push and stacking wins in the middle of the Eastern race. For New Orleans, it's about pride, growth, and proving their firepower can travel. The stage is set for a contrast in confidence and urgency. New Orleans averages 114.4 points per game while allowing 120.9, a negative differential that has defined their year. Charlotte scores 116.2 and gives up 114.6, steadier on both ends. Both teams shoot 46% from the field, but Charlotte's balance shows up elsewhere. 26.8 assists per game to New Orleans' 24.7 and 45.8 rebounds to 44.0. The Pelicans generate more steals, 9.0 to 6.7, but the Hornets counter with slightly better rim deterrence and comparable block numbers at 4.6 per game. Turnovers tilt toward Charlotte's favor in discipline, with New Orleans committing 13.4 per contest. The offensive engines are clear. Zion Williamson leads New Orleans with 21.7 points on a commanding 58.2% from the field, overpowering defenders inside and converting 71% from the line. Trey Murphy III adds 21.5 points and stretches defenses at 36% from three. Saddiq Bey chips in 16.5, while Derek Queen anchors the interior with 7.4 rebounds and 4.3 assists from the center position. Charlotte counters with Brandon Miller at 20.8 points per night, shooting 43.5% overall and 37.5% from deep, an efficient perimeter threat who can rise in rhythm. LaMelo Ball directs the offense with 7.6 assists and 19.0 points, blending range shooting, 36.9% from three, with pace control. Moussa Diabate owns the glass at 8.5 rebounds per game, and Ryan Kalkbrenner provides interior resistance with 1.5 blocks. Stylistically, New Orleans leans on physicality and downhill pressure, high percentage attempts inside, opportunistic steals, and transition bursts. Charlotte prefers ball movement and spacing, driving offense through Ball's vision and Miller's shot-making, spreading the floor and keeping defensive rotations in constant motion. The defining theme: interior dominance versus perimeter orchestration. Zion's efficiency in the paint challenges Charlotte's rim protection, while the Hornets' shooting balance tests a Pelicans' defense surrendering over 120 a night. Recent form sharpens the picture. New Orleans is 3-2 over its last five, beating Memphis, San Antonio, and Oklahoma City, but absorbing a 124-114 loss to Philadelphia. The offense has shown life, topping 114 points in 3 of those games, yet defensive lapses remain. Charlotte has won 4 of its last 5, including decisive victories over Washington, 119-115, Philadelphia, 130-93, and San Antonio, 111-106. Even in a tight 123-121 loss at Dallas, the Hornets executed late and kept pace offensively. Their scoring punch is consistent, and their defensive numbers have tightened compared to season averages. The spotlight narrows to Zion Williamson versus Brandon Miller. Williamson's 21.7 points on nearly 59% shooting is raw efficiency. Power finishes, second-chance conversions, relentless paint touches. Miller's 20.8 comes with versatility, catch-and-shoot threes, pull-ups, and off-ball movement that stretches coverage. Then there's LaMelo Ball, the tempo setter. His 7.6 assists define Charlotte's rhythm, while Derek Queen's interior presence for New Orleans provides connective passing and rebounding. It's force versus flow. One team seeks to overwhelm physically, the other to dissect with spacing and timing. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Charlotte Hornets winner. Tactically, Charlotte's edge lies in offensive balance. With 26.8 assists per game, they generate cleaner looks and force defenses into rotation. Against a Pelicans unit allowing 120.9 points, that ball movement could produce efficient perimeter opportunities. Rebounding is close, but Diabate's 8.5 per game and Charlotte's overall plus 1.8 edge could tilt second-chance sequences. If New Orleans forces turnovers, they average 9.0 steals. They can ignite transition and neutralize Charlotte's half-court flow. Watch the turnover margin and three-point efficiency. If Charlotte approaches its typical 37% from deep among its primary shooters, the floor will widen quickly. If Zion controls the interior and Murphy finds rhythm beyond the arc, New Orleans can compress the game and dictate tempo. Bench depth and late-game composure favor the Hornets, particularly at home. Their recent scoring consistency and improved defensive structure suggest a team finding rhythm. Charlotte's balance and home confidence carry the night. Expect New Orleans to punch early behind Williamson's efficiency, but over 4 quarters, the Hornets' spacing and ball movement should create separation. The edge is discipline and distribution. Charlotte's ability to share the ball, protect possessions, and convert from distance proving decisive when the game tightens. My second pick for this match is total over 231.5. Houston Rockets versus Indiana Pacers. The stakes are clear inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Houston Rockets arrive at 30-17, fourth in the Western Conference, carrying the edge of a proven contender. The Indiana Pacers sit at 13-36, 14th in the East, fighting to build traction and defend home floor. Houston has already taken the season edge in this matchup, and the numbers lean heavily their way again, a projected advantage north of 70%. For Indiana, it's about statement and stability. For Houston, it's about tightening their grip on positioning and proving their balance travels. Houston brings a top-tier profile on both ends. They score 116.0 points per game while allowing just 109.9. Indiana averages 110.7, but concedes 118.4, a defensive gap that tells the story of their season. The Rockets shoot 47.3% from the field and 37.0% from three, compared to 44.8% and 36.6% for the Pacers. At the line, Indiana holds a slight edge at 77.4% to Houston's 75.3%, but Houston controls volume and rhythm. They rebound at a dominant 49.2 per game against Indiana's 43.1, and they generate 8.8 steals and 5.8 blocks, both higher than the Pacers' 7.3 steals and 4.9 blocks. Indiana does move the ball well at 25.6 assists per game, just ahead of Houston's 25.1, but the Rockets' plus 6.1 scoring differential dwarfs Indiana's minus 7.7 margin. Individually, Kevin Durant anchors Houston's offense at 26.2 points per game on 51.0% shooting and 40.5% from three, pairing efficiency with control. Alperen Sengun delivers 21.0 points, 9.2 rebounds, 6.4 assists, and 1.0 blocks, giving Houston interior creation and playmaking. Amen Thompson adds 18.2 points with defensive activity, while the Rockets' collective rebounding and rim protection form a sturdy backbone. Indiana leans heavily on Pascal Siakam's 23.8 points and 6.9 rebounds per game, shooting 48.3% from the field. Andrew Nembhard orchestrates at 7.5 assists per game, contributing 17.6 points with nearly 50% shooting and 36.6% from deep. Jay Huff supplies 2.0 blocks per game as the interior deterrent, and T.J. McConnell brings 1.2 steals with steady ball pressure. The Pacers' identity is ball movement and spacing, but their defensive resistance has struggled to hold. The matchup theme is unmistakable: Houston's rebounding power and defensive discipline against Indiana's ball movement and perimeter rhythm. Strength versus vulnerability on the glass could define the night. Recent form adds urgency. Houston has won 4 of its last 5 victories over Dallas, Memphis, Detroit, and Atlanta, with their lone stumble a tight 111-99 loss in San Antonio. They've consistently crossed the 108-point mark in wins, showcasing balanced scoring and late-game execution. Indiana has also won 4 of 5, beating Atlanta twice, Oklahoma City and Chicago, with a narrow loss to Boston. The Pacers have pushed pace and scored 117 or more in 3 of those wins, but defensive lapses remain evident, allowing 132 in the loss and 119 in another tight defeat. Both teams enter confident offensively, but Houston's defensive ceiling feels steadier. The star duel centers on Durant and Siakam, efficiency against versatility. Durant's 51% shooting, 40.5% three-point clip, and 88.6% from the line reflect surgical precision. He operates in isolation and off movement, bending coverage. Siakam counters with downhill force, nearly 48% shooting, improved three-point rhythm, and a willingness to attack mismatches. Sengun's playmaking against Indiana's front court depth adds another layer: his 6.4 assists from the center position test rotations and weak side discipline. Nembhard's 7.5 assists will be critical in generating clean looks before Houston's length closes windows. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Houston Rockets winner. Tactically, Houston's edge starts on the glass. A 6-rebound advantage per game translates to second chances and transition control. If they win the turnover battle, Houston averages 14.2 turnovers to Indiana's 13.7. They can dictate tempo and force Indiana into half-court defense, where the Pacers have been most vulnerable. Indiana must counter with spacing and pace, leveraging 36.6% three-point shooting to stretch Houston's help defense. Jay Huff's rim protection will be tested by Sengun's footwork and Durant's mid-range precision. Bench depth and defensive switching tilt toward Houston. Their ability to generate steals and blocks suggests more disruption opportunities, particularly against a Pacers team reliant on rhythm passing. The X factor may be Indiana's perimeter accuracy. If they sustain early shot making, it changes the geometry of the floor and energizes the building. In the end, efficiency and rebounding win out. Houston's balance on both ends, combined with their scoring margin and defensive reliability, provides the steadier formula. Houston's control of the glass and Durant's shot-making proved decisive late, reinforcing their standing as a Western contender while Indiana continues searching for defensive answers. My second pick for this match is total over 216.5. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Memphis Grizzlies. The calendar flips to February 2nd, 2026, and the stakes are rising in the Western Conference. Minnesota walks into FedEx Forum at 31-19, 4th in the West and climbing, winners of 4 straight. Memphis stands at 18-29, battling to stabilize its season and protect its home floor. The season series is tied 1-1. The numbers lean slightly toward Minnesota, a narrow 55% edge, but this matchup carries more tension than that margin suggests. For the Timberwolves, it's about strengthening playoff positioning. For the Grizzlies, it's about resilience and response. Minnesota scores 119.3 points per game, one of the West's more efficient attacks, and shoots 48% from the field with 37.6% from 3 and nearly 75% at the line. They generate 26.7 assists a night, move the ball with purpose, and protect the rim with 5.6 blocks and 8.8 steals per game. Defensively, they allow 114.1 points, solid but not airtight. Rebounding is balanced at 45.0 per contest. Memphis averages 114.6 points per game on 48.2% shooting, but their three-point accuracy sits slightly lower at 37.6%, and they convert 74.9% from the stripe. They rebound a bit better than Minnesota at 45.9 per game and distribute 28.9 assists, showing a willingness to share the ball. Yet they surrender 116.6 points per game and commit 15 turnovers nightly, pressure points that have cost them late. Anthony Edwards is the offensive engine for Minnesota, pouring in 29.4 points per game on 49.5% shooting, 40.9% from deep, and nearly 80% from the line. Julius Randle adds 22.3 points and 6.9 rebounds with physical downhill pressure, while Rudy Gobert anchors the paint with 11.3 rebounds and 1.7 blocks, reinforcing a defensive structure built around rim deterrence. For Memphis, Jaren Jackson Jr. leads with 19.0 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks, stretching defenses at 35.5% from three. Ja Morant delivers 19.5 points and explosive pace, though his efficiency fluctuates at 41% from the field. Santi Aldama contributes 14.0 points and 6.7 rebounds, while Zach Edey provides interior size with 11.1 boards in limited minutes. The Grizzlies' style leans into ball movement and tempo, but defensive lapses and turnovers disrupt rhythm. The defining theme is clear: Minnesota's efficient scoring balance versus Memphis's high assist, high-risk offense. If the Wolves control pace and protect the glass, their structure prevails. If Memphis speeds the game up and forces turnovers, the dynamic shifts. Minnesota enters in rhythm. 4 straight wins, 131-114 over Memphis, 123-111 against Oklahoma City, 118-105 over Dallas, and 108-83 versus Golden State, reflect offensive fluidity and tightening defense. They've topped 118 points in 4 of 5 and shown late-game control. Memphis, meanwhile, has dropped 4 of its last 5. A 131-114 loss to Minnesota, a 114-106 setback against New Orleans, and a 133-127 defeat to the Pelicans again reveal defensive strain. The offense flashes, 114-127, but consistency fades under pressure. They are searching for stops. The marquee matchup centers on the clash between Edwards and Jackson Jr., a duel that could ultimately tilt the balance of the series. Edwards brings relentless downhill pressure, pairing explosive athleticism with refined shot selection, hovering near 30 points per game on highly efficient splits while flourishing in open space and transition opportunities. Jackson answers with dynamic versatility, anchoring the defense as a rim protector while stretching the floor offensively with confident perimeter shooting. Morant's electric burst and playmaking inject another dimension into Memphis's attack, but his inconsistent shooting percentages make pace control essential. He must orchestrate tempo and collapse defenses rather than settle for jumpers. Meanwhile, Gobert's dominance on the glass and commanding interior presence cast a long shadow, particularly against Memphis's reliance on second-chance points and paint production. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Minnesota Timberwolves winner. Tactically, Minnesota's 48% shooting against a defense allowing 116.6 per game is a warning sign for the Grizzlies. The Timberwolves' ability to stretch the floor with 14.3 made threes per game challenges Memphis's perimeter containment. Rebounding will test both sides. Memphis holds a slight edge, but Gobert's discipline can neutralize that margin. Turnovers are the swing variable. Memphis averages 15 per game. Minnesota's active hands generate nearly 9 steals. Extra possessions could tilt momentum quickly. Bench depth leans toward Minnesota, with defined scoring roles and defensive anchors. Memphis must rely on pace, energy, and collective ball movement to compensate for inconsistency. Late-game reliability favors the Wolves, who have closed recent wins with composure. Minnesota's offensive balance and defensive rim protection should control tempo and efficiency. If they maintain ball security and dominate the paint, their structure wins out. The Grizzlies will compete with pace and pride, but over 48 minutes, discipline and efficiency carry the night. My second pick for this match is total over 225.5. Philadelphia 76ers versus LA Clippers, Saturday night in Inglewood, sets the stage for a cross-conference clash with real weight behind it. Philadelphia arrives at 27-21, fourth in the Atlantic, and riding a three-game winning streak, chasing ground in a tight Eastern race. The Clippers sit at 23-25, fourth in the Pacific, trying to climb back toward .500 and solidify position in a crowded Western picture. The numbers lean slightly toward Los Angeles at home, a narrow 57.7% edge, but this feels anything but settled. The 76ers took the first meeting 110-108. Now the rematch brings urgency. One team looking to tighten its playoff grip, the other fighting to re-establish momentum in its own building. Philadelphia averages 116.7 points per game, narrowly ahead of the Clippers' 112.6. The Sixers surrender 115.8, while Los Angeles allows 112.6, signaling a defensive steadiness edge for the home side. The Clippers shoot 48% from the field compared to Philadelphia's 46%, but the 76ers counter with stronger rebounding, 43.6 to 40.5, slightly more assists, 24.9 to 23.6, and marginal advantages in blocks, 5.8 to 4.7, and steals, 9.0 to 8.8. Tyrese Maxey drives Philadelphia's offense at 29.2 points and 6.9 assists per game, shooting 47.2% overall, 38.9% from three, and 88.5% at the line. Joel Embiid adds 26.2 points and 7.5 rebounds on 49% shooting, with interior scoring efficiency north of 54% inside the arc. Andre Drummond anchors the glass at 8.7 boards, while the team collectively converts 46% from the field and stretches defenses with steady perimeter volume. For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard sets the tone at 27.7 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 3.5 assists, shooting 49.6% overall and 39.5% from deep, with a blistering 93.6% free throw rate. James Harden contributes 25.4 points and 8.1 assists, knocking down 41.9% from the floor and 34.7% from three. Ivica Zubac controls the paint with 10.8 rebounds and 60.6% shooting inside, giving Los Angeles a physical interior presence. Stylistically, Philadelphia plays through pace and guard pressure, Maxey collapsing defenses, kickouts flowing, rebounds fueling transition. The Clippers operate with half-court precision, Leonard isolations, Harden orchestrating, Zubac finishing efficiently. The defining theme, Philadelphia's speed and rebounding edge versus Los Angeles's shooting efficiency and half-court control. Recent form sharpens the contrast. The 76ers have won 3 of their last 5, including decisive victories over Milwaukee, 139-122, and New Orleans, 124-114. Though defensive lapses surfaced in losses to Charlotte and New York. The offense is humming, but consistency on the defensive end remains a swing factor. The Clippers have won 3 of 5 as well, including statement road wins over Phoenix, 117-93, and Brooklyn, 126-89. A tight loss to Denver and a setback against Utah exposed stretches of uneven execution, yet the defensive numbers in recent wins, holding opponents under 100 twice, suggest tightening discipline. The centerpiece duel belongs to Maxey and Leonard, a stylistic contrast that could ultimately define the outcome. Maxey brings relentless burst and offensive rhythm, hovering near 30 points per night with elite free throw efficiency and dynamic three-level scoring that pressures defenses from end to end. He thrives in space, accelerates in transition, and attacks seams before schemes can fully load up. Leonard counters with controlled dominance, averaging nearly 28 per game while operating with surgical precision in the mid-range and near-automatic accuracy at the stripe. Where Maxey attacks in waves, Leonard methodically dictates tempo, choosing spots and bending coverage to his will. Harden's steady playmaking, 8.1 assists per game, layers in orchestration and spacing, while Embiid's interior efficiency and physical presence demand constant defensive adjustments, forcing help rotations and opening clean perimeter looks every possession. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Los Angeles Clippers winner. Tactically, Philadelphia must win the glass and push tempo. Their 43.6 rebounds per game versus LA's 40.5 is a measurable edge, and extra possessions will matter. The Clippers will look to slow the pace, limit turnovers, they average 14.1, and leverage their superior field goal efficiency. Zubac's rim presence versus Embiid's interior scoring could determine paint control, while perimeter containment on Maxey is critical. Bench impact and late-game composure loom large. Leonard's efficiency and Harden's ball security in crunch time give Los Angeles structure. Philadelphia's edge comes in transition bursts and secondary scoring balance. If the Clippers control tempo and defend without fouling, they dictate rhythm. If the Sixers turn this into an up-and-down contest, their athleticism tilts the floor. In the end, the margins are razor-thin. Philadelphia's rebounding and offensive firepower travel well, but Los Angeles's efficiency and home control offer the steadier closing formula. The difference comes down to half-court execution and defensive resistance. In a tight fourth quarter, Los Angeles's shooting precision and composure at the line create just enough separation to protect home floor. My second pick for this match is total over 217.5.